Alright, that's it. We're back again to talk about Lil Durk's 7220, man. I done had a couple listens with this album since it came out, and this is kind of first impressions somewhat of the album. And yeah, man, I just want to get my shit off, man. Let's start with you, T, man. How you feel about it, man? How you feel about Smirky?
Okay. All right, so the way I'm feeling about 7220, coming into this album, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, Lil Durk, he been on a nice ass run for the most part, especially since like Laugh Now Cry Later, you know. So I feel like he's been taking advantage of his time, you know what I'm saying, dropping shit with Lil Baby, whatever, collab tapes and stuff. And you know what I'm saying, now we here with his I don't know if this is second album or what, but yeah. First thing I'm gonna say about this off top. Oh, okay. I don't know. You know, I just kind of became like a Lil Durk fan.
We just got on the Durk train.
Yeah, I knew about him with Signed to the Streets and all that stuff. I knew about early Durk, but I just got on this Durk. So yeah. But yeah, bro. First thing I noticed listening to this album, comparing it to his last album, The Voice, I feel like the production on here was a little bit more lively compared to that album. To me, The Voice, in my opinion, was a boring album. Like, honestly, it just felt like Pain song got the Pain song with like sad ass pianos with hard hitting 808s. Versus this one right here, like I feel like with this one, you know what I'm saying, with the production wise stuff on here, like I feel like it's kind of like I feel like the production on here for the most part is up tempo, but at the same time, like him as an artist, I feel like the way he delivered this, like one of my biggest complaints about like Lil Durk is mainly his damn auto-tune and stuff like that. Like, most of the time I don't like auto-tune Durk, but I don't know, for some odd reason I like auto-tune Durk on this shit. And I really do feel like it got something to do with the up-tempo-ness of the production. Now, I am one of them people, I prefer the man what? You know what I'm saying, Lil Durk or whatever, you know what I'm saying, drill Lil Durk, the aha. Like, I prefer that Lil Durk. But at the same time, I like the strides that he made on this album, you know what I'm saying, with the more melodic shit or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying, I feel like he did his thing on this album. You know what I'm saying? But there's always room for improvement. So yeah. This is better than his last work, but you know what I'm saying, it got some stuff here and there that can be fixed, but at the same time, I would say that this is probably a solid effort. Jay, how you feeling about this?
I did somewhat enjoy this album. I was highly disappointed. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This shit is fucking boring. But it's let me start off.
Okay, over there.
Let me start off with my good. Let me start off with the good critiques of this album.
What's some good tea I'm drinking over here?
I'm about to give you the tea on the album. Listen, man, I for one did not expect this album. Like I said, kill me in the comment section. I don't give a damn. But I am not a Lil Durk fan, and I am a casual listener of Durk. Let me just start off by saying that. Like, I just got into him like last year when he started hitting his little feature run, or like 2 years ago, probably. Because when did Laugh Now Cry Later come out? 2020, right?
Yeah,
it came out around 2020.
I feel like it came out in 2021.
I don't think it came out 2021 because remember because it came out in October of 2020.
You know what? That shit came out like in November.
November, right? And then that's when Drake announced the album.
Damn, you're right.
And like,
right.
Now the thing about it is, I've known about Lil Durk for years, of course, like through Chief Keef, all of them, but I just never kind of been into his music like that. So this new Little Durk though, the singing melodic Durk, the highly aggressive Durk, this new wave that he's been on, I've been interested. I'm like, okay, he's growing as an artist. Let me start paying attention to him, and obviously the world has been paying attention to him too. So with this album, especially with the name of the album, 7220, I'm expecting like, all right, it's a build up. He's been on this run. He's hot right now. He got his child picture on the album cover. I'm thinking this shit about to be some he about to tell you some shit that you haven't known about him before. He about to, get real deep into his struggles, like the come up and all this type of stuff. Cause now you got the world's attention. What are you gonna do with it? He didn't do a damn thing. He did not do a damn thing. Like,
oh my god,
I'm saying, listen, I don't even know how they put it. This album is basically the same song over and over again. Like, he starts off with the song started from. Bro, stop. Let me get my shit off. He starts out with the song started from basically, you know what I'm saying, talking about his upbringing, how hard it was. Then the next song, he was just like, the 7220, which is his granny's address. That's where he came from. He don't talk about shit about that for the rest of the album. All he keeps talking about is popping perks and farting, all right? And cheating on his girl. That's it. He just goes on to basically rap about, it's no, I'm thinking I'm about to go learn about Lil Durk. And learn about, you know what I'm saying, who he is as a person and all that type of stuff. Bruh, the most I done got out of this shit is that he trying to quit Perkies. He didn't quit Perkies. He tried to quit Perkies again. He still ain't quit Perkies. And he don't want to be on the block list. That's really all I got from this album. That I didn't get nothing else from this album. Like, oh, and if you fuck a girl in the ass, she not gonna sit right. Can't forget about that. Can't forget about that key part. Oh, and he gets pulled over by the police because he's dark skinned. And I just like, bro, I'm like, the album started off cool. Don't get me wrong. The album is decent. All right, like if you a Durk fan, you definitely gonna enjoy this project. I guess, but for people on the outside like myself coming into this project, you're not gonna get nothing from it. Like it's basically the same song over and over again. So as I was saying, like the production on this album, for starters, is cool. And like saying, like he does have his hard hitting tracks like Barbarian, Aha, Love Dior, hell even did I say Love Dior? Yeah, I said Love Dior. And Pissed Me Off. Pissed Me Off definitely was some highlights for the album for me. But I think for me the biggest problem with this album is that he doesn't go deep enough for me. He doesn't go, he doesn't peel back layers of himself to me to just let me know, like, yo, you're a human being, bro. You're not just a savage. You're not this pill popping, perky, addicted ass savage who fuck girls in a booty hole. All right, you're not just that, my boy. And and be farted. Like you more than that. And I didn't get that from him. Hell, if that was what I was gonna get, I'd rather just kept the whole album at a bunch of ahas and Pissed Me Off tracks. Like I would have took that Durk over anything, cause that just Durk. That's just like, yeah, this that hard shit.
I was like, can I point something out real quick? This the tracks that hit hard like that. Them tracks are singles.
And see, he knew that bullshit. That's how he got us, man. He knew that shit. Cause ain't no way in hell you played this album for your homeboys in the studio. Cause he said that shit on one of them tracks in the beginning. He like, I be playing this shit for my niggas, and them songs be about them. So if they don't feel it, they feel it. I know the world gonna feel it. Ain't no way in hell you play these songs for your niggas and they felt this shit. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no fucking way. Cause I'm just like, you get pulled over because you're dark skinned. You're not even the darkest nigga in your group. Like, what? Man, what? So, to me, I just thought this album was a highly disappointment. And then maybe that's my fault because I expected more out of this album. I just thought because, he used a child photo that it was going to be like on some nothing with the same type shit for like Chicago rappers or something. But nah, man, it's just a bunch of melodic ass, the same Durk that we've been getting on features. He just put it on the album. It's just, the album was a little bit lackluster to me.
Look.
But yeah, I was
so you said some shit off camera that I kind of like. I ain't say nothing about it for real, but I agree with you. You pretty much you call Lil Durk the young blue of Chicago. And you know what?
That's what this album sounded like to me. It sounded.
It's hard. That comparison make a lot of sense because one thing. Well, okay, the thing is like, okay, the young blue CD. What was it? Moon Boy, I think. what was it called? Well, the Moon album, goddamn that album. He
Yeah, Moonboy.
like I feel like he showed like he was on a lot of love songs up, but at the same time he did have little songs here and there that a hit or like ooh I'm on some street nigga shit this and this, and I feel like you can throw that same shit along with this album right here with Lil Durk. I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like he does give you variety and stuff. I feel like he give you more variety on this album. It's more balanced on this album compared to what The Voice was, in my opinion. And I don't know. It's weird because it's like, what?
I don't really
I
remember
don't
The
remember.
Voice like
I
that,
don't remember The Voice
so
like
I
that
can't really
either. But
compare.
I have like gone back and listened to it a couple more times to see was I just tripping. But yeah, for the most part, it's not that memorable. And yeah, bruh, like with this shit right here, I feel like he give you a little variety. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you get a little bit of everything that Dirk's trying to do with this. So I feel like in a way that this, I ain't gonna lie, kind of like if this is like your first time listening to like a Dirk project, this is a solid project to start with, in my opinion.
I just think this project probably falls under the same thing, like you said, The Voice like fell victim to, which is not memorable. Like you gonna have a few tracks off here and there, but I felt like this was Dirk opportunity to show the people that like, yo, I'm really the voice of the streets. But I don't think the streets over here worried about no block list. I don't think the streets over here farting perks and lean. Like maybe they are. I take that back. Maybe they are. But it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like talk about your upbringing, man. Talk about it sounded to me like he was scared to talk about the shit that he been through. Cause I guess he doesn't want to get caught up, you know what I'm saying, on some federal shit. Because he did say that in one of the songs. He has federal nightmares, you know, screaming. I mean, you know, Terrence is scared that one of his niggas might be telling or some shit. So maybe that's why he doesn't want to talk about some of the shit that happened. But yeah, man, his project was a little bit lackluster to me. Not really as memorable as I thought it was gonna be. Sorry, I definitely will take King
I
Von's
feel
album over this
that's
one.
a whole nother argument, right? I mean, that's a whole nother debate right there because, like, man, I ain't gonna say, yeah, I ain't.
I think I'm gonna be on record, Brad. I think if King Von was alive to this day, he would definitely have lapped Dirk, just based off the energy and aggression that he brings. And I think that the thing about it is that Dirk changed his sound and his style to this, you know, auto tune, you know, more melodic, singy type rap thing that he did, and that's the thing that people became accustomed to. That's what got him more popping than what he already was. So that's the formula that he stuck to on this album, which I ain't mad at if that's the, you know what I'm saying, the route that you chose. But yeah, man, I definitely would take no auto
Just say you
over
want an
this any
album
day.
full of Hellcats and Trackhawks.
Listen, Hellcats and Track Calls album, give it to me. I'm ready. Like, don't respond to shit with Vaughn. Highlight of the album.
Sort of the same way. I respect this album for what it is and stuff, especially you know what I'm saying compared to what The Voice was, because I feel like The Voice is one of them albums that was like like it was hyped up like it was gonna be just like this thing, you know what I'm saying, like it was just gonna be that great and it really wasn't. This album right here, I feel like it had like some hype behind it. I don't. Shit, this album did have some hype behind it.
Bro, to do the album, it did have a lot of hype behind it. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, he had the opportunity to basically have like a little baby type of impact as far as like what Lil Baby did with
My Turn.
What's that last album he dropped? My Turn. Right. So like kind of had that run to complete his run and just kind of have an album that goes freaking 2 years and you don't really have to drop a single or anything like that. But yeah, man, I think Dirk he'll be fine. And plus the album was like roughly around 40 some minutes, right? But do it feel like it went by quick to you, like the songs?
Yeah.
See that, and I think that's another thing about me. It's just like the album literally feels like it could be background music. Like that's how quickly the album just runs through its tracks. Like he'll say a verse, bring the hook, say another verse, bring the hook, song's over. That's it. I don't know what the hell he just said in that song to make me go back and to be like, oh shit, did I miss something? I was listening to the album like, damn, is the song over already? I guess. All right. So it's like shit. He said Granny. Hey, bro, I'm getting disrespectful now. He said his granny got Alzheimer's. I'll be like, shit, she gonna forget this damn shit. Cause boy, that's how memorable this album is. Like you're not gonna remember any. There's a couple quotables on here, but it's not the type of quotables I think you want to take away from your album, man. But hey, man, to each his own. This album may grow on me and may not. I highly doubt it. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about Bond shit. A good 4 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I had to throw a number at it, I'd probably throw like a 5 or a 6 or something. Yeah, I'll give it a 5.